This film is brought to you by New York Life and its dedicated agents, proud sponsors of the NFL's team highlight films. New York Life, the company you keep.
Hi, everybody, and Merry Christmas from the Metrodome in Minneapolis, where the Bengals and Vikings close out this regular 1989 campaign. Both teams are in the same boat. It is win or pack the bags and forget about it until next year.
Playoffs start today, baby, today! All you gotta do is think about the possibilities, fellas. Think of what happens if we win this game. Get ready to knock these guys off tonight, fellas. Ready?
With a wild card berth for the Bengals hanging in the balance, the AFC's #1 offense battled with the NFC's top defense. But by the middle of the second quarter, the Bengals faced a do-or-die situation, trailing 19-0.
By sale, yeah. Come back for the sale. That's a good play.
Yet, as they had so many times before that season, Sam Wyche's squad found a way to come roaring back.
Boomer on a quick snap, back there to throw. Looks, goes down the sideline. Yes. Out to Eddie Brown, yes. Touchdown. Eddie Brown.
Push at him. Yeah, come back to me. Well, okay, yeah. Don't give him a chance to come around you.
Boomer steps up, going to run. Now throws downfield. All alone. It might be a touchdown. Right. Down to the 30. Down to the 20. The 10-yard line. 5. Touchdown. Rodney Holman. Plenty of time left. 9 minutes. Boomer on a play fake is back to throw. Flat is caught by Taylor at the 10-yard line. He's down to the 5. Get all the way down. Oh, yes! And the Bengals now are just 2 points behind, with the extra point will be 1.
Unbelievable.
While the loss to Minnesota knocked the Bengals out of the playoffs, the 1989 season was still one of great excitement, as well as tremendous team and individual performances. But for the AFC's reigning champions, it was also a season of unfinished business.
Attack!
Attack and dominate were the keys to the Bengals' success in the opening weeks of the 1989 season. With a mixture of explosive offense and a tough, opportunistic defense, they surged toward control of the AFC Central Division. Following a hard-fought loss to the Bears on opening day in Chicago, the Bengals returned to Riverfront's jungle, where the season really took off. Combining the running talents of Pro Bowler James Brooks and Ickey Woods with a 300-plus passing game from Boomer Esiason, one of the game's premier quarterbacks, the Bengals offense totaled a staggering 528 yards. And touchdowns by both star rushers helped seal a 41-10 rout of the Pittsburgh Steelers. On that Sunday home opener, the fans were also treated to a punishing pressure defense. An attack that landed 6 direct hits on the Steelers' quarterback. And while Ickey Woods was lost for the season with a knee injury, the Bengals' fire never died out.
Smith comes in motion over this side, and Boomer's going to go back and throw it. Over the middle, it is caught, down to the 30-yard line. Stanford Jennings gets away from a couple of men, gets a block. He's at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
It's showtime, let's do it!
Showtime in Week 3 was played opposite the Cleveland Browns in front of a national Monday night audience.
It's showtime right now, let's go!
A win would give the team a share of first place in the AFC Central. But as the drama unfolded, every gain by the Cincinnati offense was countered by a determined Browns defense.
Holman goes in motion to the slot, and Boomer comes back to throw. Looks into the end zone. Touchdown! Right down the middle. It goes to Holman.
Pro Bowler Rodney Holman finally broke through to score in the second quarter. But the Browns took away Cincinnati's lead on the very next series of plays.
So race it right now, man. Go right down and erase the sucker.
And Boomer, play action fake, is back to throw. Now looks, throws down to right. Holman, it's going to be a touchdown. Rodney Holman gets the second touchdown pass of the night. And the Bengals come right back, 76 yards to answer the Browns' touchdown, take a 13-7 lead.
Good job.
The seesaw battle continued with another Cleveland touchdown to tie the score.
Now listen, right now you go for the jugular. You go right at him.
Boomer back to throw, still looking. Down the middle, Brooks, touchdown!
With the stalemate finally broken by James Brooks, responsibility shifted to the defense.
Come on, D. Come on, right here's where you win it. Get yourself fired up, let's go!
And they answered the call with 5 sacks, 2 of them from defensive end Jason Buck.
Game is on the line right now, but maybe the damn season. Now put yourself in that position right now.
Twice in the final minutes, Cleveland drove to the Bengals' goal line, and twice the gritty defense held, including a game-saving deflection by cornerback Eric Thomas. Cincinnati now shared the Central Division lead, but the early promise of greatness demanded something more. The next week in Kansas City, the Bengals had to conjure up a magic formula to stop the AFC's top defense and the NFL's #1 runner, Christian Okoye. So, trailing 10-0, the master of sleight of hand fooled us all again.
Hand off again to Brooks, and this time there's McGee. No, Boomer keeps the ball way down the field into the end zone. Down! All right! Nice pick me out on that one. A great fake by Boomer.
With his first TD catch of the year, Tim McGee began his season-long climb to greatness. But the real star of this magic show was the defense. Led by strong safety David Fulcher, who personally picked off 4 of 6 turnovers for the day. And still trailing late in the game, it was Fulcher who faced the Nigerian nightmare and forced a fumble for the miracle game winner.
Carry in motion, and again it's Okoye right side, and he whips up through, and he's pulled down at about the 22-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. David Fulcher got up there. Bengals picks up the ball, runs it in for a touchdown. Yeah, it is. Yeah! Hey, Leon White, I never saw the fumble at all, and Leon White picked it up on the far side of the field and ran it in for a touchdown. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Leon White's Kansas City miracle kept Cincinnati in the division hunt. But to grab sole possession of first place, they had to get past the upstart Steelers.
Don't underestimate the importance of this game, fellas. We gotta win it. We cannot lose once. Play hard. Ready, go.
Even with this critical situation, the key to victory was slow in coming for the Bengals.
Hey, 22, you can't cover him. You can't cover him now.
While they searched for the answer, place kicker Jim Breach kept the team in contention, despite the Steelers' early lead.
Got themselves off to a fast start. It may be 14-0. We just keep chipping back, and we beat them about 48-14. Let's go. Let's go, offense. We can do it now. Let's go.
The persistence paid off as number 88, Mike Martin, took it in to ignite the offensive fire. And while the defense kept Pittsburgh contained, Sam Wyche unleashed the power that would have the Steelers eating their words.
The end of the line goes Brooks, not much to go. Now he runs out wide. He's at the 5-yard line. There he is, down.
And with the clock ticking down, the magnificent veteran put him away.
Boomer hands the ball up. Brooks rips up to the 40-yard line. 43, 50. Down to the Steelers 40. It is a race. He's going to be the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
With this victory, the 4-1 Bengals stood alone atop the AFC Central Division. And in banding together on that summit, they looked forward to a bright future. But just when the Bengals had a handle on their game plan, their struggles began. After that explosive 4-1 start, they hit a mid-season slump where they dropped 4 of their next 5 games.
Keep your poise now. Keep your poise, man. Keep your poise, JB. I know it. Keep your poise now out there.
Yet even during this period of unfinished business, the team that Paul Brown built and Weich guided stuck together like champions. And all season long, there were tremendous performances on both sides of the ball. At either end of the defensive line, Jason Buck and Jim Scow kept up the strong-armed pass rush. Buck led the team in sacks, while Scow followed in hot pursuit. And following Scow's injury, Skip McClendon took over to give size and speed to the attack. While Mike Hammerstein, David Grant, and rookie Natu Tua Tagovailoa added depth and power.
Come on, baby!
But the courageous heart of the defensive line was certainly Tim Crumry, who battled back from his career-threatening Super Bowl injury to regain his starting spot, finishing the year 3rd in defensive performance.
But I had a lot of outsiders just come right out and say, I don't think you ever play football again. That motivated me. Hell, that made me mad. Come on, let us play, baby. It's not for the money, and it's not for all the hype and the glory you get. It's just the one-on-one competition. It's the love for football.
If Crumry was the fierce heart of the defense, then linebacker Reggie Williams was its eloquent spokesman, both on and off the field. And in stepping down after 14 seasons with the club, he left his permanent mark on Cincinnati. Away from the game, he has served as a conscientious community leader and city councilman. While back in the field, he was the lightning rod leader of a tough linebacking corps. Joining him at the other outside linebacker position was big play Leon White, while the inside was controlled by the gritty heads-up play of Carl Zander and number 58 Joe Kelly. And following Williams' departure, look to Leo Barker and Kevin Walker for increased contributions at that position. But certainly this season, the most dominant force on the Bengals defense was its backfield quartet of Billups, Thomas, Dixon, and Fulcher. With backup provided by Barney Bussey, Solomon Wilcots, Robert Jackson, and number 34, Richard Carey. At cornerback, Lewis Billups had the aggressive speed to deny opponents access to the goal line.
Craig is in the shotgun. Is back there to throw in the end zone. Looks, goes over the near side.
Go,
intercepted.
go get it.
15 going to be a touchdown. Thomas!
Rising star Eric Thomas held the second best record for interceptions. While at free safety, the early promise of Ricky Dixon came to full force as he finished second in overall defensive stats. But this season's standout defenseman was surely David Fulcher. Tops in team performance and second in the AFC for interceptions, Fulcher gained a starting spot at the Pro Bowl for the 2nd straight season.
Fake, Blazer, Fox 2.
On the other side of the ball, the Bengals are considered one of the most innovative and successful offensive units in the game. And at the root of Sam Weich's master strategy is a language that translates into victory.
Spread be ready. It'll be 80, halfback Jolly. Be alert for a Blazer call.
In our playbook, we have a whole entire page of 2,000 words called Bengal terminology. For instance, we'll say,
Baker Bruce! Pepper, Flip, Caliber. Motown, Happy, Jolly, Drunk, Buster, Boomer, Tiger! I think he's got a hound too, Rodney, I think.
And that one word probably means about 2 sentences worth of words for me to say in a huddle. It's more like word association. I'll give you, for example, a boss block, okay? And what that means is that our fullback or our lead back is going to block the strong safety, back on strong safety, boss. But one of our code words for that is Bruce. And why do we call it Bruce? Because Bruce Springsteen is the boss.
Wide receivers on both sides now. The Bengals have the first down at the Browns' 16-yard line. And Boomer, play action fake, is back to throw. Now looks, throws down to right home, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Key to the success of the AFC's top offense was a front line that's still one of the best in the NFL. Along with Anthony Munoz, who made his 9th straight Pro Bowl appearance, were Bruce Reimers, Max Montoya, Brian Blados, and center Bruce Kazerski. And though riddled with injuries, they stood tall and tough, supported by Paul Gitan, Joe Walter, Ken Moyer, and Scott Jones. And behind that brick wall of protection, the Bengals' backfield was able to make tremendous gains. Boomer Esiason finished the season with the 2nd-best passing efficiency in all of pro football, while James Brooks, the consummate professional, proved that age is no factor by having his best year ever, leading the team with over 1,500 in total yardage. Tim McGee also stepped out into the spotlight and had a terrific season with 1,211 yards receiving. Eddie Brown and Rodney Holman continued to pour it on, scoring 90 points between them, while Eric Caddis and Jim Riggs worked as valuable reserves. Stanford Jennings made outstanding contributions in rushing, receiving, and kickoff returns. And rookie running backs Eric Ball and Craig Taylor had impressive first seasons, promising a bright future for Cincinnati's offense. And despite the midseason slump, against Tampa Bay, all of the backfield stars blazed together in a fiery display.
Fires down toward the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Boomer holds the ball, lobs down. There's Holman all alone, steps in for the touchdown.
With 5 TD passes, Boomer Esiason matched the NFL's 1989 season-high mark, while rookie quarterback Eric Wilhelm got the opportunity to show off his talent.
The field has McGee, touchdown!
And through it all, the Bengals stood together, ready to fight back toward the top.
Now listen.
Deadlocked at 5-5, the Bengals used the final third of the season as both an opportunity to get back into the playoff picture and as a challenge to fight back with honor.
You guys have 30 minutes to make them pay for everything that happened in that first half, to regain 3 points that were ripped off from you in the first half, and to kick their ass. If you're a man, you'll do it because you got a better team. Let's go!
And despite falling short against the Bills and Seahawks, the home stretch saw the resurgence of that balanced attack that had made Cincinnati a champion. So in Week 11, it was the Lions who learned that you shouldn't mess with an angry tiger.
Now he's going to run. Looks downfield, fires it in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown to McGee.
With nearly 400 yards passing from Esiason, both veterans and the Bengals' new breed tamed the Lions in a 42-7 rout, including rookie Kendall Smith's first pro touchdown. The Detroit blowout also featured the best special teams play of the year.
There's a snap back down. Oh, the Bengals are going to get a touchdown.
Barney Bussey's grab marked the first time in 11 years that Cincinnati scored on a blocked punt. But in Week 13, it was the Bengals' defense that blocked Cleveland's running game, holding them to a mere 88 yards. While 2 turnovers led directly to Cincinnati's success.
Kozar's going to take it and go back and throw. Looks this time, he goes long down the field, intercepted by Leon White at the 35.
He's got some running room.
The 40. He's around the corner at the 45. He gets to midfield and pounds down with the ball at the Browns' 45-yard line. Caddis comes in motion, the near side. Boomer pitches the ball out. Coming wide is Brooks. Now Brooks goes back, flips it to Boomer. There's McGee down the field. Oh, yes. Grabbing catch at the 4-yard. Touchdown. Yes. Touchdown. Wow. Quick shot across the middle is caught. The ball is fumbled. It's picked up by a Bengal, Carl Zander. He's down to the 20, to the 15, works his way to the 10, and down there. And they are going to say that was it, a reception and a fumble, I believe. Riggs in motion. Boomer's going to go on throw. Drifts off to his left. Looks now. He flips it down. Touchdown, Rodney Holman.
With a 21-0 victory, the Bengals swept the yearly Battle of Ohio, rekindling their playoff hopes. So in Week 15, They return to the jungle to confront the cocky Houston Oilers and raise their Central Division record to 5-1.
Boomer with a long count. Play action fake to Brooks. Back to throw. Looks, fires down in the end zone. Intended for Eddie Brown. Touchdown! Eddie Brown down in the corner of the end zone. Hand off to JB. Coming wide to the right. He gets around the corner at the 10-5. Down.
Yes! Touchdown! Yes! Oh, what a run!
And the Bengals really taking control early.
And while the dominating offense had the Oilers steaming, David Fulcher and the defense staged their own tribute to a man who had helped lead them all to greatness.
I want to thank my parents and all my relatives and friends who came here to share in this, which is a really sad day, my last game here at Riverfront. But boy, it feels good to be winning 31-0, let me tell you.
Together with a great special teams play by kicker Lee Johnson and the relentless offense, the Bengals celebrated their most convincing victory of the year. But even at 5-1 in the AFC Central, Cincinnati was the only team in the division that did not make the playoffs. Still, we were privileged to witness a team of unstoppable courage and spectacular performance. Champions all, to the end.
Oh, I love you. Okay.